Hello, San Ramon kiddos. Today we're going to be thinking about a place we'd love to be right now. We're all kind of in our homes a lot, which has its wonderful parts. We get to spend lots of time with our family and hopefully playing games and puzzles and getting outside a little bit and hanging out with your siblings or whatever. But sometimes you might have a place that you really love going to, and maybe you're thinking, man, I wish we could have gone there for spring break, even though we didn't get to. So that's what this lesson's about. It's about imagining yourself at that place that you and your family just love being. And maybe that's for you, maybe that's Disneyland, maybe it's the beach, maybe it's Hawaii, maybe it's the top of a mountain somewhere, maybe it's skiing, maybe it's river rafting. I don't know, whatever you and your family like doing. Maybe you just love going to the park and you can't go to the playground right now. So maybe it's the playground. It can be something as simple as that as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to decide something big that you can have your picture in the middle of. So I have two things that I was thinking about. Either a giant eye, and the way you'd make a giant eye would be a big oval to start. And then inside the oval, because that's your big eye is there, then you have your iris, right? The round part of your eye. And you can put a little dot there for your pupil. And then you can put some eyelashes around it. And then in the inside of your eye, where the iris is, this part, you're going to draw a picture of the place. So I'm not going to make you sit and watch me draw my picture, but this is the picture I drew. So I drew my eye, and then I drew a picture of just a pretty hiking mountain scene because I love hiking. And I put some poppies in the front because it's becoming that time of the year that poppies are out. And I gave myself a blue sky, and I put some trees on my hill, and here's a little walking path that I'd be taking. Okay, you'll see that I used marker, and I used crayon over it. And I think that's kind of a nice technique when you're doing a drawing like this. So you could do it like this. Another way, if you don't like the idea of the eye, another thing that I saw that I thought, oh, that's kind of fun, so I did that one too, is to take your paper the long way. Sorry, I need a little more tape. Another piece of tape. Oh, and for this lesson, I forgot to tell you, all you're going to need is a piece of paper and either markers or crayons or colored pencils. You could use anything you want for this. This one the idea is a keyhole, if you guys know what that is. Like an old-fashioned keyhole in a door. Not sure if you've ever seen one of those before, but a long time ago, the doors had these funny keyholes. Like if you ever go to another country, sometimes you'll see these keyholes in places. You can pretend these are little screws. So this is like the metal part. This is like the outside metal part. And then the inside is where you put the key and you turn it. Obviously, it's not this big usually. We made it bigger for the picture. So if you do this, you could color this part all black because that's like the outside of the door. It's like the metal part of the door. And then the inside would be as if you're like peeking through the keyhole and you see something that you want to go see, right? So for me, when I drew my picture, I drew a picture of one of my favorite places. I didn't do the greatest job with it. It's kind of a hard place to draw. But I'm not sure if you can tell it. You can see the keyhole. I made it black all around, and those are supposed to be the screws that hold in the door. Then I'm peeking through the keyhole, and I'm peeking into Yosemite because I really love Yosemite. I don't know if you can tell if this is Yosemite or not. This is supposed to be Half Dome. This is El Cap. This is the Merced going through it, and we've got some trees and some sky. It's just totally my happy place. So when I'm feeling a little down, I like to think about Yosemite, and I like to close my eyes and breathe in and imagine the smell that Yosemite has because it just has a special smell. I don't know what it is about Yosemite, but it just smells special. If you've never gotten to go there, see if your parents will take you there someday because it's a really special place. So anyway, that's where I'd like to be right now. If I could be anywhere, I would choose Yosemite. I think that would be a pretty great place to be quarantined. That's what my daughter and I decided the other day. It would be a fun spot to be stuck for a while. You could hike all the trails. So there you go. So you could either go with the keyhole or you could go with the eye, or maybe there's some other thing that you think of that you think, oh, that would be a really cool, thing to have the scene be in the middle of. So whatever you want, you're not stuck with the eye or the keyhole. It's just up to you. But I want to see what you come up with. I want to see where that special place is, and maybe you even want to write a sentence on here about where that place is. Like, I could try to squeeze it down here. Maybe like, this is my special place is Yosemite, and why is that your special place? So once you do your art, if you want to, you can send me an email or you can send it to your teacher. My email is kchassman, CHASSMAN, @NUSD.org. And tell me why that's your special place, whatever it is, whether it's Mount Burdell or Yosemite or Disneyland or Hawaii or Pioneer Park, wherever it is, tell me why that's your special place. Okay? Okay. Hope you guys have fun. Have a good day. Bye-bye.